Hi guys, Cheryl, hhcg Berry Babe here, and I'm laughing because I was just talking and talking and talking, and I looked up and it was like 14 minutes and 49 seconds, and by the time I got my hand up there, I says, oh, I gotta go. So I'm going to try again, and hopefully I won't ramble on and on and on. It's not that I like to hear myself talk, it's just like once I get started, it seems like there's a lot to tell. For today, just reminding you back that my highest, after I tried to get on around at New Year's and I had a marathon load, and my highest was 182.7. My lowest has been 155, 153, but 155 pretty much. So I just kind of ate my way up there. And so I went off pellets for a little while, but it has occurred to me as I was thinking about MJ's vlog that I don't think I was off the pellets for 3 full weeks, so I shouldn't have been dealing with whether I was going to load or not. I don't think I deserved a load. I think I just should have treated that like a planned interruption and started the pellets back up again. But I didn't gain weight and I didn't super load. But I started the pellets Friday the 31st, and today, I was 176.1 that day, and I was 173.3 today. Excuse me, I don't know what tomorrow will bring, because I think that whole getting the food stuck and then not eating and dropping way low and then kind of shooting back up again, overcompensated. Excuse me. I wanted to address, got a message from As Is, and she said, she's asking about the technical side of using the pellets. Do you recommend the 3, 4, 5 weeks of P4 with each round? That recommendation, of course, is Simeon's and using RX. I guess I've heard differing requirements for hhcg and wanted to get your take. Hope all is well. Yes, thank you for asking, As Is. I'm doing very well today. I started out with RX many years ago, right after Trudeau had his little thing going on. And the needles were long, and my thighs, I have no meat on my thighs. Well, I just have meat. I had no fat, and so that needle, it went into muscle a big time. And I found myself just not wanting to do it. So I'd get started, and then I'd go off because I didn't like doing the shots. I could hear it go into my leg. So then I switched to the diabetic needles, and they were shorter. And I had been on insulin for a while, so it wasn't a real big deal, except I found myself putting off taking the shot. And then I'd forget and leave. And once you leave the house without it, you're without it that whole day. And if you do that a couple days in a row, I'm very ADHD. And not only am I forgetful, but when I really don't want to do something or don't like something, it makes it even easier to forget. So when I came across then I went to RX Sublingual and did very well with that, but I mixed it with B12, and I don't think with my sleeping issues having B12 at 7 o'clock at night was a good idea, and that didn't occur to me until I'd switched to pellets, or it was one of the reasons I thought I would give pellets a try. I didn't want to do homeopathic drops because they have the same friggin' requirements that the RX did, sublingual. You had to be refrigerated, and if you left them out, then they died. And once you opened them, you were out of luck. And so it was like, And then I came across hhcg Crazy, Lori, and she had been very successful using her pellets, and so had her family and her friends. And if you've never watched any of her vlogs, they're worth it to go back. She's very good at describing what's going on, and you get to meet everybody she knows, because they have like parties and everybody gets online and introduces themselves. But she really caught my attention because she was before my time, because I've only been vlogging just a short year. and even watching vlogs a little bit longer than that. But she came back because of all the hoopla, and she was using Buckeye Nutritionals. The law required everybody to change formulas, and so I wasn't real interested in playing around with homeopathic because I thought the RX was superior, and I was just a real HCG snob. So then she said she decided she picked, I don't know how she picked, HCG bottle pellets. And she did a vanity round and reported that she had similar results to that in her Buckeye pellets. She's now since gone back to using the Buckeye Nutritionals. I heard her in a vlog or online, and but I'm still content with the HCG bottle pellets. I have a little bottle. I have several little bottles, and I put a dose in. And the last bottle that came, these are more pearlized. So that's what they are. They're like little Tic Tacs. Actually, they're not as potent, but they have a little minty flavor, and they're very small. And I don't know. I haven't seen the HCG pellet rules, but general pellet rules are they make these little pellets, and then my belief is that they drop a little drop of HCG on them. These talk about HCG active ingredients, HCG 6 times, 12 times, 30 times, 60 times. I don't know what that means, but looks like it also has some vitamin B12 in it. Huh. Because when I got online looking up pellets, I could buy naked pellets. So I suppose if I had some sort of illicit drug, I could actually put my drug onto my pellets and sell them that way. But anyway, back to your question as is. I don't do anything the way you're supposed to do. I've read different things. One thing I read said that you really don't need to do heavy-duty loading. Just one night, start the pellets the night before, and then you should be good to go. The time I did that, I had a little bit of hunger, and I didn't have dramatic losses in the beginning. You know, when you load up, and then you shoot down. And I didn't get that. And with my surgeries, when I'm ingesting protein, I don't necessarily get that super hunger. So whether that would work for a non-bariatric person, I don't know. What I do know, and I have heard, one of the pieces of literature was that you don't have to do 72 hours after. You only have to do 46 hours after your last pellet to go into P3. My experience has been that Real, I have talked about this, and she said she kind of feels similar about in the aspect that it feels more gentle to me. It's not, you know, I've heard people say they took the shot and boom, they could tell they'd had it. This is more of a you know. And one of the nice things about the pellets is you do them they're scheduled to do 3 times a day. However, if you have trouble with hunger, you can space them out. You can increase your dose that day, or that meal, or that time. The recommended is 4 tablets 3 times a day. My maximum dose is 5 pellets 4 times a day. Now, someplace I just heard somebody vlogged and said they thought menopausal women needed more HCG. I don't know. But the reason I'm comfortable taking more is that if I miss a dose during the day, I'm still within my 3 dose range. And if another thing is coffee, menthol, like brushing your teeth or that sort of thing, can negate the pellets. Holding them in your hand can negate the pellets. You know, so the other thing is that if I don't, you know, there's rules about you hold them in your mouth and then they dissolve. Well, these don't really dissolve all that well. You don't put them in and they don't go psh, like cotton candy. They're there, and so a lot of times I end up crunching them in my teeth, and then I'll take my tongue and I'll scrape it off my teeth and rub it around under my tongue. So kind of like, so I get it in there. And then because I'm taking more, I don't worry if I drink too soon, if I eat too soon after, that kind of thing. I haven't felt any adverse effects from taking more than the dose. Okay. Do I believe in doing 3 weeks P3 and then P4? Yes, I believe in it. I think it's an excellent idea to follow all of Simeon's guidelines, whether you're doing homeopathic or not. But I'm no damn good at following the rules. I've never made it through a P3, let alone get all the way to P4. And so it's more likely that I'm on around. I'm taking, oh God, I can't take it. I get off, I try a P3, 2 weeks or so later, I'm back on around. Newbies, not the way to do it. And this is why I finally been able to get to my goal 3 or 4 times for the first time in my lifetime. But I don't follow the rules. Who's to say if I hadn't done the breaks like I should, I might not have done better. I can't say rounds because I've loaded and loaded and loaded, and then I stop because I'm just loading and gaining. I've loaded and done my protocol for a while, and then tried P3 and fallen off the wagon and gained it back. 2 times I had surgery. I did protocol P2 and then I had surgery and I didn't do P3. I just ate as I recovered from surgery. And there was water gain because of the surgery, and so who knows. But I'm sorry, as is them, you're not getting any solid answers from me. I believe that it's good for your body to rest. I believe that Simeon's erred on the caution. Will I ever be able to have a successful P2, P3 that will allow me to reset my weight so that I can maintain? I don't know. But you know what? If I have to take off the same 25 pounds for the rest of my life, I am so much happier than I was way overweight. And I've had 3 bariatric surgeries to try to get there. So it's like my eating expands to as far as the waistbands of my dress pants. Because I've given away all my other clothes, and I'll be damned if I'm buying any new ones. So my teacher pants have stretchy waist because they've got great big pockets for my phone and all the other stuff I carry around during the day. But when I couldn't button my dress pants, that was too far. So, yeah, you know what? You may just see me saying same old over and over and over again. And if that's the way my life is going to be, it's better than it was before HCG. So that is all. I'm running. Sorry, I'm so long-winded. It's like you don't hear from me and then I can't shut up. So I'll say goodbye for now.